Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram and I'm coming to you live from the Hive on Friday, October 6th. We're here, you guys. We might be a little bit late, but I have to honestly say, I can't say this one's all on me. I had helpers arrive at 10:30 instead of 10, so we got a half hour later start than what I had originally hoped for was going to happen in my head. And it has been a busy day already in the Hive. We have already kitted up all of the cards for the retro swap party that we have here on October 22nd. I got to do some math, you guys, because I was trying to do the math in my head and it just isn't working so good. So we had 24 cards that somebody made, and there was 24 people in the group. So that means that in a group is 576 cards, and there's 5 groups. So times 5, 2,880 cards is what just went like flying across my counter. That's a lot. That's almost 3,000 cards. So wow. We were going to start on it at 10. So again, we didn't get started till 10:30. So we got a half hour late start. So that's why I'm about a half hour past what I thought I was going to be. But we got them all swapped out, you guys. The retro swap party, for those that don't know what it is, it's using retired Stampin' Up! Product to make cards. And you guys, if you want me to show you, I'll show you what we've got. I've got them all lined up along my floor here. All in alphabetical order by first name. If I get enough people that have interest, because I know we only have maybe about 20 people or so watching. If you guys want to see what I'm talking about, I'll take about 2 minutes and I can share it with you. But that's what we worked on. We started at 10:30. We finished at 12. So it took an extra half hour on top of what, in my head, I always think things are going to take a certain amount of time. And does that ever happen to you where it takes longer? Always, without fail. It always takes longer. And I guess that's just how I have, it's just always got to be, I guess. So, but hi, Sherry Martin. Hi, Susan Bellamy. Hi, Mary Carls from Jericho. We have Bonnie Kevin here. Hi, Randy. And there's Dawn. Yay, Angel's here. So it put me all a little bit behind. And then, you guys, if you missed it, go back and watch. We just did the Wounded Warrior raffle prize reveal. I know a couple of you at Mary will be here tomorrow in the morning to make her cards, yay. But that, if you guys haven't been watching any of my videos all week, you probably don't know what's really going on. But hi, Linda Kessler. But I had a team here that made about 400 cards. I think we did the math. It was 389 cards. My volunteers, my helpers came in and made all the cards for people who can't be here in person with us tomorrow for World Card Making Day for the Wounded Warrior benefit. So hi, Dot Gardner. Hi, Ileana. Always, she says always you want to see what's going on, right? Hi, Jenna Helms. So you're able to watch me live, yay, on a Friday afternoon. Whoop, whoop. So that, and then you guys, we had Monday night class. We had class last night. I had double class on Wednesday. I bet the kitties are not in the Hive. They actually are, and I will share them with you. They each have a window, it seems. I'll share, you guys. I'm gonna take this off here and share this with you right away. So just hang tight. It's gonna be a little bit like movie, right? So that's how that goes. Hang on, I'm gonna spin around. Don't look at my piles upon piles, all the piles back there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me flip the camera around really quick so you guys can see what the Hive looks like. Okay, so if you guys have never seen the inside of my Hive, I got piles over here. You guys, I do clear off the piles for when we have events. But okay, so you were wondering where the cats are. There's Hunky and Honey. They both have their butts in that window. Like, there are 2 cats there. That's just not one really big cat, you guys. You can see both heads are moving. It's like a 2-headed cat is what that looks like, doesn't it? All right. And then over here, you guys, Bigger Tigger's in the window. Aren't you, buddy? So there's Bigger Tigger. Okay, so this counter, you guys, look how clean this counter looks. All right? That counter back there, that is not normally that clean. But I had that all cleaned off. That is where we swapped out all of the cards over there. So I'm going to swing around here. You guys can see my hot mess of where I always sit here and work. This is my desk. That's where I sit and work. But down on the floor here, we have everybody's swap cards. So that first pile over there is Anna Brandt. And then these are all per person. We just got them all lined up in alphabetical order. Like this one right here, Jackie Weber did all 5 groups. Dion Miller did, I think, all 5 groups. We had a bunch of people that did all 5 groups. But look at all these swap cards. are in their plastic bags and so each one of, where's my hand here? Each one of these is somebody's. So it's Maria Gilbertson. Yeah, but all these are ready to get mailed. So you guys, now that we have these all swapped out, these are going to be going in the mail. I got to talk to my mom when she wants to come in, if she's going to come in Monday or Tuesday. But my mom helps me get these all packaged up. And then the culmination of, let's flip this around. The culmination of the the MS benefit is what we do in the spring. This is the Wounded Warrior card making benefit. All those cards I showed on my live yesterday. I'm going to try to put this back in here without it being all weird. I showed off all the cards from the benefit. They're actually on a pile way over there. So some people are getting both. And so I was able to work out, well, let's mail everything together. So, oh, thanks, Jenna. Nice purple cup, right? So let you guys, thanks for your patience again this week. And I mentioned this on my live last night, you guys, with Fun Folds. I don't know why. It's me. This is how I do things, you guys. I definitely plan a lot and I organize a lot. And the culmination of everything just ended up right now. Coming out of the escape and then going into the Wounded Warrior benefit, going right into a retro swap party, having the same amount of classes, adding on a couple, and it's a lot. And so, hi, Lynn Beasley. So I want to say it again, you guys, thank you for your patience this week with the tutorials. The one thing that I could not keep up with were the tutorials. I tried. And when I had to choose between replying to people and responding to people's emails, I spent more time doing that than writing a tutorial. And you guys, I pulled 2 all-nighters basically. Monday night, I stayed up until 6 a.m. Replying to emails from the weekend, and it could have been Tuesday night. I don't remember, one of the nights. And then last night, you guys, I spent 4 hours between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. Don't tell Tyler. If you see bags under my eyes, you probably know why. I wrote 3 tutorials this morning between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. So I was up for 4 hours working on tutorials, and I do have them written. I'm really tired, but I do have them written. But I can't go into the weekend without having them done because I don't have time over the weekend to write them. So I woke up at 1 a.m. I finally got 2 hours of sleep. I woke up at 1 and I wrote Translucent Florals first. Hi, Susan Ray Hendricks. I wrote Translucent Florals, and then I wrote Let's Just Stamp, and then I wrote Fun Fold. So all 3 of those tutorials are written. They're out of my head and they're on paper. I know Karen has already proofread 2 of them. And she's working on the last one, and maybe it's already done. But I've been with people since 9 a.m. this morning with the swap and then the raffle, and I ate 2 pieces of toast, and all is good, you guys. Life is good. But I would just want to say thank you again for your patience. I don't generally send the tutorials after a class. I think this is the first time that's ever happened in 2-3 years. I'll be doing live since March of 2020, right? I think this is the first time I've ever sent a tutorial after class, and it's killing me. And it kills me more because people ask for it. And I'm like, then it takes me extra time to reply to people and say, I'm so sorry I haven't written it yet. So just know that if you've gotten your card kits, and I read you off during class, like right now, I'm going to tell you everybody who's on the class list, and you haven't gotten the tutorial, just be patient a little bit more, and it'll be coming. Hi, Polly Livy. My plan is to get those, all 3 of those tutorials, the updates made and emailed out by tomorrow. So I don't know how much time I'll have done tonight, but I definitely will make sure they're out by tomorrow. So thank you for your patience. I know that it's really hard to work off of a video when I'm a very fast assembler. And so for those that are new to me and not used to that, don't be overwhelmed. I know last night with the Fun Folds, I probably went faster. I don't know if I went any faster than I normally go, but Fun Folds are especially hard, and there's a lot of steps to them. And so just know, I know now that, and I've always known this, that it's nice having a paper copy, right? When you have that PDF tutorial in front of you at the same time that you can be watching a video, they go hand in hand. And so to not have the paper copy, it's kind of hard to work on a class. And so thank you again. You guys are all so patient. I really appreciate it. And just know that I did pretty good this week on emails. I'm really happy that I'm not backed up a week and a half on emails, or even a week. I really got through a lot of them on Monday and Tuesday, and then again yesterday. So yay. So thank you for liking and sharing. And you guys, I appreciate it. Hi, Laura Sullivan. I appreciate everybody's support, you guys. We have been doing a whirlwind, and I told Tyler last night that I'm going to be very happy when Monday rolls around. And I think that a lot of things will be past us. I know, right? I go for fish fry. I feel like I need sleep is what I need more than anything, Mary, but a fish fry would be good. Actually, I haven't seen my girlfriend, and so I have a little time for myself, you guys, at 4 o'clock. Ooh, I'm supposed to be somewhere. I might be late because that's how today is rolling for us. I did go faster last night, and I don't know if it's because I had to go to the bathroom, Mary. Like, I feel like I was antsy because I knew, you know what it was? I think this is what was going through my head. The raffle baskets, you guys, the raffle baskets that we did. I needed to go to the grocery store to get the beer for John's raffle. So I sponsored John Wild, who's a friend of mine, for his raffle basket. He likes beer and camping. So I went and got s'more stuff and I got beer. And I knew I needed to get to festival before 9 o'clock because at 9 o'clock in Wisconsin, the liquor sales and beer sales ends. And so I knew that I needed to leave my house by 20 minutes to get to the grocery store. And when it got to be like 8:30 or 8 o'clock, I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh man, I gotta be done because otherwise Bonnie and Lisa were here already waiting for my basket, which I was the slacker. I was the last one to get my basket ready for them. And you know what? You'd think that I would have remembered it the last time I was at festival to get that beer. Nope. I just can't remember everything all the time. So that's probably why I did go a little bit faster. So just know the replay's there if anybody wants to go back and watch it. The tutorial's coming. It'll all work out. You guys look good. Well, for goodness sake, stop and go, right? So, but going back to this afternoon, you guys, one of my girlfriends invited me to go to a friend is going back south to Arizona. They're a snowbird. And so I haven't seen her for about a month. And I'm like, yes, you know what? I'll be there. So after this class, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll head out for some friend time. But I need to do that, and then hopefully some, like Mary said, a fish fry, so some good food. But we have a class here, an amazing class, you guys. It's called Translucent Florals. I absolutely love these cards. These cards are up my alley for what I love to look at. I love regals. I love rich looking cards. I love the color combinations that we used. We had a lot of fun making these cards. They were fun. And I'm going to do, before I flip the camera down, I'm just going to do roll call really quick. The cats are playing with something. I don't know if you can hear them flying around on the floor, but yes. So in a nutshell, you guys, we're going to get caught up, and next week will be amazing. Hopefully back to normal sleeping, getting 7 hours or 8 hours of sleep would be awesome. So, but Translucent Florals, you guys, is a little bit different of a class. It's an order-based class. We started doing this a year ago. Oh, the UPS guy just delivered my boxes. Yeah, I can hear his truck roll up. About a year ago, we did an ad hoc class, and it was called Soft Seedlings. And we did it as a way to help me finish my quarter as strong as possible, which was amazing. I did. I like it. Every little sale at the end of the month of September helped big time. And so with that came the idea of what if I did a quarterly order-based class to help me finish my quarter strong. And so this class started off as order-based only, and it still is order-based only to my customers. But I do give my team a little perk where if they don't want to order from me and they'd rather order from themselves, then they could buy the card kits. And so I did have a bunch of my team members take advantage of that, which is awesome too. So my team can still get the card kits and place orders to themselves. But it's a way to help me finish strong. And so my customers are amazing. You guys, you can be a demonstrator, but you can also be my customer. I get that question a lot of, well, can I still take your classes if I'm a demonstrator? Of course, you guys, I love everybody. And I love sharing the love. And so this is that quarterly order-based class. And I do have kits left, and that's why I'm talking about this. So if you're on my team and you want to buy the kits, you can. And if you're not on my team and you want the kits, this class is free with a $45 order with my host code, or if you're doing porch pickup, it's a $30 order. So we have quite a few people, you guys. I have 37 people on my list at the moment, and I believe I have about half a dozen more kits. I think maybe 3 to 5. I know I have 3 spots here, but I have the die cutting all done, I think, to do about 8 more. So I guess I'm going to play it by ear. If you guys are watching this class in the next, now or in the next day or two, and you're still interested in a set of these kits, because now that you see the cards being made, reach out to me. I wouldn't mind kitting up 8 more of these. It would be super easy because all the die cutting is already done. I had my helpers prep a certain number, and when I saw where we were at, I actually didn't kit up as many as my helpers die cut. So And Laura says she's not into the cards. She's just into me. I like it. I love it. See? We all love each other, right? All right. So I'm going to do a little roll call, you guys. We have Karen Wetstein, Faye Nieder, Mary Carls, Sherry Martin, Patty Wright, Latokia Trigg, Leslie McMinn, Jenna Helms, Karen Woods, Angelique McClendon, Lynn Beasley, Debbie Schultz, Pat Fleming, Barbara Gabi, Donna Grushke, Linda Scott, Carla Lake, Vicki Rodriguez, Carol Solinsky, Sarah Merchant, Shirley Malarkey, Mary Lemke, Joanne Kahn, Debbie Gast, Wendy Kruger, Sarah Mitchell, Barbara Rudolph, Marcia Long, Angela Knutson, Kathy Dali Nagari, Anna Schaefer, Ellen Brover, Julie Kaler, Becky Gandolfo, Karen Stagg, Kat Fronick, and Bonnie Kemen. And I do want to just put out there that maybe you don't have your kits yet. You guys, there was a lot that happened in the last 2 weeks with mailing out a lot of classes. And I was a little bit strategic about how I mailed out kits. Hi, Hildy. Hi, Mary Lemke. How I mailed out kits over the last 2 weeks. So like, I know Julie Kaler, yours is here yet. Becky Gandolfo, your package just left. Or actually Becky's hasn't left because she's getting the Wounded Warrior cards, right? So I like Leslie McMinn, yours are still here because we're gonna mail a whole big box to you of all your swaps. And so there's a lot of stuff that all came together at the same time. And so I was trying to be very diligent and efficient with shipping you guys. So if you've gotten a shipping notice, then you most likely got your kits shipped to you already. But some of you, I still have your kits here because I'm holding them to ship next week with retro cards or with the benefit cards. Hi, Deanna Stell. But if I listed your name off just now, just know you are on the class list. You will have cards. You will also have a PDF tutorial coming your way. Okay. So just to put that out there. And if you're looking for these kits, don't hesitate to reach out, you guys. All right. So I have one little Happy Meal that I want to share with you because I think I went through all the Happy Meal yesterday that I had, and I only had one new thing that I want to share with you guys that was on my pile over here. I have a troll. Let's see if I have a troll here. Do I have a troll? So I know everybody on here so far. So I'm not sure, Susan, which one you think is a troll. I know all the Big Sky Blue. It says kits. Yeah, is that who you think? Because I don't know who Big Sky Blue is. Is that who we think the troll is? If we think Big Sky Blue is a troll, Big Sky Blue, you better be on here and tell us who you are. We don't like trolls in here. Okay, so you guys, this is Translucent Florals. It's part of the mini catalog, the holiday catalog. I don't know exactly what page it's on, so what I generally do is go to the bundles. Look under T for translucent, find the page number 56. 56 is right here. Okay. So I do recall, you guys might remember this, we had a on stage back in the summertime, and I think this was part of the pre-order. So that's where some people got this, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. It's a stamp set with a die set. Hi, Janie. Okay, so you guys think Big Sky Blue is. Okay, so we'll see if Big Sky Blue comments anything else. And if they say anything not up to par or up to our sniffing standards, we'll snuff them out. So these are the stamps, you guys. And people ask me, do you need to have the stamp set for the class that we're going to do right now? Okay, that's always the $1 million question that you and only you can answer. Because can you use the stamp set? Yes. If you want your cards to look identical to mine, yes. You want to have translucent florals. Now, are you not in love with the stamp set, but you have leaves and you have flowers at home that you could use something else? Then no, you don't need the stamp set. So that's always up to you, right? So I try to make cards and design cards for you that you could easily interchange other products that you have at home in terms of stamps so that you don't always have to buy every single stamp set that I use. Because I'll face it, we don't need... Oh, you guys, did you happen to see my stamp set over there? Like my stamp collection over there? Because what I was about ready to say was... not everybody, like, not everybody needs to have every single stamp set in the world, right? Because, like, we just don't have the space for it. So I just had to laugh because I showed you guys the video over there of all my retired stamps because I have a hard time letting go. So never know when I'm going to need that one to design, right? Or to make a card with. So that's up to you guys. But just know, for this stamp set, we did use the leaf over here. We used the leaf twice here. We used the leaf 3 times here. Okay, so this little guy here, he got a workout. Now for the flower, we did use this flower here, we used this flower here, and we used a little baby one 3 times there. And then other than that, you guys, that's the stamping that you guys have. I want to show you, oh, I should have shown you. So I pulled out, I need to go grab, I'm going to show you guys what the kits look like so you know what you get when you get a class from me. Hang tight, 1 second. You guys, what are you doing? Okay. In case you're newer to me and you don't know how things work, when you get a class from me, you get this little yellowy slip on the top, which has the name of the class and your name on it, and keep that because it has a date. And with this class, you guys, right, as soon as you get rid of an old set, then you're like, I needed that. I wish I had that. So you guys, everybody got 2 quarter sheets of cardstock, 1 in white for this card, and then 1 in vanilla for the leaves on these 2 cards. So we're gonna stamp these as a group first to show you how they fit on here. I'm pretty sure I gave you enough room and we're gonna make it work. But you got these quarter sheets. They were right underneath your yellow slip, okay? And the reason that they weren't included in an envelope is because they kind of cross between a couple cards. Then you guys, everything that you need for your card is in the envelopes. Now, when you open up this pink one, be very careful. That one has a lot of pieces. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. It also has all of your gems. So these are the speckled dots. I want to share with you what they look like. These are currently not available. They're out of stock at the moment. They were in, they were out, they were in, and then they're out. But they're so pretty. And they match so nicely with the all. So this is part of the All About Autumn suite. So you've got your 4 different colors of gems. And so to keep it simple for cutting embellishments, you guys, everybody just got I call it a column. So you got all of these, and they're all in your, if I say Rococo Rose, you guys, I really do mean Moody Mauve. Like, they look similar to me, so I keep calling it Rococo Rose. Old Stampin' Up! Color. So everybody got a strip of these that you're going to use between your cards. And then the designer paper that got featured here, it was the All About Autumn. And you either, so what's really cool about the autumn paper, you guys, and this is Miss Helen Chase's ink paper scissors here. Let me show you how, what was really cool. There's 2 different patterns. If you guys watched my ink paper scissors last Monday, like this pink is one, and then there was 2 interchangeable patterns. So you either got one of this, you got either this one or you got this. But at the end of the day, they look pretty similar, right? It's not going to change the integrity of the card. And then the same thing happens with the teal or the peacock. There's 1 pattern. So you either got that pattern or you got that pattern, okay? So your patterns might look slightly different, but that's okay. It all ends up looking pretty similar at the end. I'm not going to leave that. Let's put that over here. And that's how the speckled dots, you guys got all the strip. This card right here, you want to be super careful with all your little bits and parts in here. You do not want to lose your little bits and parts, okay? So this one, when we get to that, you're going to have a lot of assembly with this guy. But this one, I think, I just love them all. I don't know. They all, like, make me happy to look at. All right, so let's grab these because we're going to need these guys. Hi, Shirley Vanderbloomer. You'll watch it later. Great. Have a great weekend as well, my friend. Which one do we want to do first? You know what I want to do first, you guys, for this class, just to keep this simple and efficient? What I want to do is do all of the stamping of images that need to get die cut, and then we're going to die cut them all right away, and then we'll put them in with our cards. I think that makes the most sense to me for this class. Oh, I never shared my Happy Mail. So, you guys, I got this from Miss Luann Bartling, And she wrote me a little love note here that I showed off her envelope a week ago or so. And so then I got this amazing envelope in the mail. Isn't that super cool? It's all gold embossed on here. Yes, Susan Ray Hendricks, I have this class available. It's free with a $45 order using my current host code, which you can also find on my website. But yes, I have this class available. So pretty, you guys. So that was from Luann. It's so pretty. I wanted to share that with you guys. I love, like, the bees were awesome. So what we need to do, you guys, first is just let's get our stamping done. Okay, so we're going to start with the white one here. So set the vanilla one off to the side for now, and we're going to work on stamping this stuff. You guys, just in case you want to stamp with me and you have your kits available, like, with you, we're going to use Blackberry Bliss and Pretty Peacock. So those are the two ink colors for this one. Love them a lot. Now these are red rubber stamps, so I'm not going to pull out my piercing mat. You guys, and look at this. We used all the stamps for this class except for that one. Okay, so we have to be a little bit strategic about this, you guys, because we have a quarter sheet of paper here, and I want to show you how we fit it all on there. And we're going to put like a leaf here and a leaf set here. And then we have a flower, and then two little flowers is what we need. So, hi Sharon Land, beautiful cards. I definitely agree. Oh, they just make me so happy. You guys, I'm getting excited about stuff. So, you're gonna ink up a little bit, and we're gonna stamp this guy first over on the side like this. Okay, so there's one of these leaves. Okay, and then we're gonna ink up and stamp another one. And I'm pretty sure we're just actually going to go like this here. Okay. That's it for Peacock. We're not going to worry about anything else at the moment, just this stuff. So we're going to shut this up. The flowers are so delicate. Yes. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. Better late than never. All right. So we need to fit this big guy in here. So I think we're going to be strategic and put him over here. You guys, you want to be... we're going to be cutting these apart anyways, and so we just want to make sure we have enough room for everything. So don't worry about putting them close to each other. So there's one. You only need one of that one. And then we need, oh, you guys, there's going to be plenty of room. I was a little bit worried that we were going to be out of room, but you'll end up with some extra scraps if you want. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got to talk to you guys about this. I realized that this stamp is bad. I need to call Stampin' Up. This is exactly how, this is Pretty Peacock, Mary, and then this is Blackberry Bliss. Now, if you don't have Blackberry Bliss, Rich Razzleberry would work. And if you don't have Pretty Peacock, you could use Lost Lagoon. But if you guys see this, my stamp does not stamp right there. And I noticed it when I originally worked with this set. There's something that's going on right there. It's like divoted down. If you guys get stamps like that, I would highly encourage you calling Stampin' Up to let them know. Now, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to hang tight because I'm going to use that spot on the back side so I don't waste the paper there. So here I'm going to put one of these and then another, and then I'm going to do one at second strength, like that. So it's a little bit lighter. So now I've got my flower, a leaf, the flower, but I'm going to restamp that, and then the two little guys. And you guys, you should have a section left here in case you want to stamp and put them a little further apart, though. You might not have that much room, but for now, what I want to do is cut that leaf off, cut that flower off, and we'll cut these apart as well. So I call that rough cutting. You're very welcome, Mary. And then this one now, because I want to maybe save this, you guys. I know it's so small, but it's paper, right? So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to stamp right here. And now that I have these cut apart, I don't risk like messing it up. And now I know when I go to ink this up, I got to call, you know what, you guys, I'm going to make myself a note. Because I think that is a manufacturing defect. Okay, I think it's a manufacturing defect. It's workable. Like, I know I can make it work, but I think that I have to push harder in that one spot right up there. So now I'm stamping in the exact same spot.
And then I'm just gonna push a little bit harder. I think it's divoted down so the ink doesn't transfer. And there, it worked, but I shouldn't have to do that, okay? Because I think if I go over here again and I just casually stamp, it's missing from right there, okay? You have to press really hard. Shouldn't have to work for our stamped images, you guys. It should be completely smooth. All right, I'm gonna stamp those guys off. All right, now I've got my flower here, and I still have this left in case I need this for a scrap, right? So I'll set that there. So that's the stamping for this card. Now we have 4 leaves we need to stamp. And let's do those all on here. And I think that there should be plenty of room, but we need to get this cleaned because that leaf is going to be used in multiple different colors. So I'm thinking ahead. Diane has this class in person on Tuesday night. And I think we should set her up too, that everybody gets their stamping done right away. And then there's one little flower here. Let's get him cleaned. Okay, so there we've got the white part stamped. Now you're gonna grab your vanilla piece, and we've got 2 leaves that are mossy, 1 cherry cobbler. Okay, so let's grab that, and Mossy Meadow. Did I not grab Mossy? Mossy Meadow is right here. Okay, so we're gonna do Mossy first. So again, Mossy, copper, and cherry cobbler. And we need 2 green ones. So when I stamp this, I'm trying to get this edges as straight as possible and this one's straight. So this is gonna go, these are all gonna be around in a circle. That's what I think I'm going for. All right, so there's Mossy. And then we're gonna do a second one here. So that's it for Mossy. For now, you guys, we're not done with these inks in general, but we're done with the leaf. Okay, so there's that. Stamp off, and then we're gonna clean this up. And we're gonna go to our copper. I see little white. There's little white, like, so when people use wet wipes to clean stamps and they're drier, they leave filament on the stamps sometimes. And then, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if we can see it in the camera. There's little, you see those little white speckles all over that? Those are like little fibers from wet wipes, if I have to say it. I think that's what those are. So then this guy, you guys, we're gonna do this one. Let's see how we can fit this in here. Like this, I think. We gotta fit 2 more in here. So we're gonna put this guy here. I'm just guessing. I hope it's gonna work. I'm hoping that there's enough room here for 1 more leaf set, you guys. You don't have Mossy. What can you use? Garden green. I think garden green might look okay here. What's another color with Mossy? Old olive. Old olive. Do you have old olive? Old olive could do the trick. Sometimes, you guys, what I do, if I find that there's filaments or like little fibers, I take a piece of tape, and the tape sometimes picks them up. I'll be honest, that's what I do to get some of them off. Because what happens is, if you leave those little fibers on your ink pad, they will be in your stamped image. And then what happens is then you have lines in your stamped image. And so I'm just gonna try to get some of them off. And yes, I'm gonna be very careful with that piece of tape. All right, again, old olive, I think. Whoa, that was a dominoes. Hang on. All my cards fell. Okay, so we're done with this color. And we're gonna do copper clay next. Copper clay, if you don't have copper, do 2 cherry cobblers maybe. Or Cajun Craze. Cajun Craze could look good on there too. All right, let's see how this guy's gonna fit in here.
Like that. Oh yes, it fits. Okay. Perfect. And we also wouldn't need the stem because the stem on this one gets cut off. So technically we would be fine stamping it like that, but we're gonna fit this in here just like so. Okay. So let that sit for a second. Whoa, it's really dark. So it's okay though. I think it'll work. You guys, leaves are all different colors. That is a brand new copper clay ink pad. It could have been stamped at second strength too, but I honestly think, you know, we're talking fall leaves. You could have any kind of rusty, greeny leaves going on here. And I'm thinking that one's the one in the back. It'll be fine. I'm okay with it. It just it surprised me how dark it was. But you guys, if you're curious, your leaves can fit all on that vanilla piece, but also know that the green one here and this copper one here, they actually are gone. Like, you don't need the stems here. They actually will get cut off. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, Mama's here. You guys want to say hi to everybody? Hang on, you guys. My mama's here. I am in class. You gotta look over here and say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Mary Carls is watching. Look.
Hi, Mary.
She was probably just over getting her card kits.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
So yay.
And look who we got.
Oh, Mama's got honey.
A little honey pie.
A little honey pie, yeah. Yep. She's doing good. So,
Why don't you get back to class?
all right.
I just brought water.
Oh, thank you.
You can fill it.
I will fill it. Okay. You can look at the raffle prizes if you want. If you want anything, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Everybody says hi.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye, Mom says. All right. Then you guys, what I'm gonna do is rough cut these out. And you could grab the stuff off the counter for the medicine for the cats.
Oh.
Yours is in a plastic bag, and it's a little white bottle, okay? That's on the counter by the stove.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody says hi. Okay. Okay. So you guys, that's what we've got for stamping for the outsides of the cards. Okay. So let's now, and what we're doing is we're prepping stuff so that when it comes time now to assemble, we'll be ready to go and we'll be lickety split. So we're going to grab, you guys, I keep this kind of stuff in a little tub like this. And I grab this, you guys, this is just a low tack artist tape. It's just like Post-it note. Yeah, nothing sweeter than Mama visiting, you betcha. So it's just a low tack, it's like a Post-it note consistency. And what we wanna do is, that's a nice surprise visit. Whoa. Okay, so if you guys were curious how we worked on designing this one, you guys, we made wild wheat ones. We did crushed curry ones. We did old olive. So Mary Carls, you were asking about old olive. That's what old olive would look like. So old olive would work too. And then we finally went with what we went with. And so these are all our samples. You know, we really tried to get the right color combination for you guys for this one. So this might take me a moment, you guys. We do not have a Vanna White here to assist me while we start working. So I guess we're gonna just take a moment in time. And, oh, that's not the good one. So let's flip that way. Put this, oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay. We're gonna put 2 pieces there. And then we're gonna have to, it's gonna take a little bit to get through our leaves, but we'll be okay. So we're gonna have to do this one, like here. So, oh, you know what? I'll be honest with you guys. Oh man, you're gonna be so happy. I have the magic of TV. I actually, so this is the process, you guys. You could go ahead and cut these all, but look at me and me, oh man. I have a little magic of TV to share with you guys. So you're gonna die cut all your pieces. When you are ready to do that, I'm gonna leave these set right there. And I just looked over at my card kits, you guys. And my pieces are already all die cut for me because when we kitted up, or I should say when we designed, we did all the cutting ahead of time for this. So let's put these guys back. So just to show you the dies, these are all the pieces. When it comes time for this Rococo or Moody Mauve one,
these are the pieces that we're gonna put together to make our nice flower arrangement. And then there's a couple leaves in here. All right, but all the outline ones are there. So let's flip this in here and put that back, put this away, and share with you what I have done ahead of time. I'm pretty amazed that I just looked over. And in my card kits, you guys, that's what I've got it done already, okay? But you guys got to see, hi Yvette Smith. Yvette, just so you know, I put your DSP sampler in the mail for you yesterday, okay? It was a big mailing day between yesterday and the day before, and it made it out yesterday. Okay, so you guys, in your card kits now, so you have your envelopes. In your envelopes, we're gonna start with this one because that's what I pulled first here. This is, you guys, this is actually the copper and that natural ribbon that is out of inventory at the moment. It came on a roll like this, and then the copper. I had enough to kit for you guys. I saved out just enough for kitting. And so we're gonna work on this one first here. There's a lot of little pieces in here now, and we're gonna flip over to this one right here. And this is what we're gonna work on first, that guy, okay? So we do have a little bit more stamping to do, but what you want is in this kit, you're gonna have 6 inches of ribbon. You're very welcome. And you're gonna wanna take your ribbon scissors and just cut it in half, about half. I cut it at a diagonal as well, just in case. So it's that's cut in half. So we'll make, we're gonna make an overhand knot with this guy. So I'm just gonna line these up, keep them together, and you're just gonna flip a tail, the 2 tails in. Try to get them both through here. If you only wanna do one, you can, but I did like the idea of having 2. So let's make that hole big enough so that these little tails can flip in here. The one, I cut it not right directly in the middle. I cut it a little bit, one longer than the other. So let's try it this way. Get them lined up. And we're just gonna take that. The struggle bus is real for me here. I wanted to have 2 tails coming out each side. Now, there it is. Okay. Perfect. So that is what we call an overhand knot, okay? So that is what's gonna go right here on the bottom. So that's pretty much ready to go. We just have to adhere it to our card at the end and then trim our tails. So we're gonna set that there. And then you have in here, this label is one of the nested essential dies. We're gonna do some stamping on there and splattering. You guys, Anna die cut all of these little stems for you, and she asked me honestly, do I have, like, she's like, are people really gonna glue these down? And I said to her, I'm showing people the trick to put these down. These are your 2 little stems that go up there, okay? So don't lose them. Then you have 2 of these guys, right? Because we already stamped them over there, so you have 2 of these. You're gonna have this flower, and these 3 little flowers, okay? All of the DSPs that we did for this one, you guys, this is called what Diane calls this variation with a theme. So they're all different, but they all have a 2-inch strip of DSP, and like 3 of them are on the left and 1 is on the bottom. So that's our variation, is the coloring and how it goes, but then in essence, there's 2 inches. So you guys, we have the peacock, whichever pattern you have, and then this is Blackberry Bliss embossed with the distressed tile. You have a double matting. So when I design with Diane, you guys, we make sure to do double matting on the inside. And so you've got that's for your inside, and then you have a peacock base. All right, so make sure you burnish your edges like that. And then we can just do a little bit of gluing before we get started. I'm just gonna test that out, make sure that that fits in there good. And then what we can do is flip both of these over. And then this one. And the blackberry, this will go right onto your base. Like that. I love Blackberry Bliss and the peacock together. Oh, Jenna just said the same thing. I really like the colors on this card. I do too. So regal. You guys, if you have a wedding coming up for the fall, this would be perfect for a wedding card. Wishing you all the happiness in the world. So there, that's easy, right? Easy peasy. Now let's do some stamping. We're going to stamp a sentiment and then our inside. So this is what we've got. We've got that little flower on the bottom corner. So let's go back and grab that flower and way on the bottom. There goes that. So we need those bottom two here. So this is black, back to the Blackberry Bliss. And we've got this flower. Now this is my stamp that's not good. So I got to remember to stamp a little bit harder. And we're going to grab just the scrap. And put this right on the bottom. I got to push harder on that top left side here. Thanks, Yvette. Yeah, there are definitely a lot of dies in that one. So I'm just going to, there. See, as long as I push hard enough, it works. And you know what? If I wanted to, I could even stamp a little leaf coming out the side here. And I could even stamp that. I didn't do it on this one, but I was up a little bit higher on this card. Let me show you what I'm thinking. Thinking, Lincoln. So I think that's it for this, for the moment. We're gonna do Lost Lagoon for congratulations. Just practice. Okay, you could do peacock as well. I think my Lost Lagoon is pretty dark though, so I think I'm gonna do, it's crooked. So one of the things that I like to do is stamp the sentiment first, and apparently I didn't think to do it, because if I stamp the sentiment first and if I don't like it, then I can flip it over, and then I don't have to restamp that twice. There, now that's straighter. So Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, whichever one you want for the inside. And then we're gonna go back to this. I'm gonna restamp this in Blackberry. Yeah, Laura, I definitely agree. Now if I put it down low enough, you know what I'm gonna do actually, you guys, we're gonna change it up. Down here, that's down at the bottom, but we're gonna change this up slightly. We're gonna put this here. Again, that's my bad stamp, so I'm gonna push down really hard right there. And then go back and get our peacock and let's see if I can line this up. We're gonna put a stem on here. Oh, very good. Okay, so we got a stem. And then I'm going to put a leaf. See how this leaf works. It's gonna be hard to line it up exactly, but we're gonna figure out how to do this. Okay. Just a little bit off. Is there another leaf? I think that there's, oh, there's that leaf set. Oh, let's go with this one. It's hard to get that lined up exactly, and I'm wanting to do this like that. Okay, I'm okay. That works. It kind of crossed a little bit, but this just shows you a different way how you can put a flower. The stem is really thin for how big the flower is. I'm seeing that. So it looks really disproportionate to me. So if you wanted to help it out and make it a sturdier, you could grab your marker, honestly. And make it a little stronger and a little thicker by just drawing a little bit. So that's okay. Something like that works. All right. So now we have our inside done. We have this left. So this is back to the Blackberry ink, and it says, wishing you all the happiness in the world. And I kind of wish I would have stamped it down a little bit lower, and you got to be careful because if your stamp isn't straight, you're not going to be happy. So, right? We always like straight things. So I'm going to practice on the back side. So if you guys ever get die cut pieces from us and you ever have these like little black flickery things on, sometimes the plate gets worn and that just, they flake right off. They like kind of come off of there. But I'm going to just practice on the back here. And I'm gonna bring this right about here, I think. Okay, now if I can do that on the front, I'd be very happy. It's a little bit lower than this because I wish that I would have had it down a hair. But once I stamped it, I wasn't gonna change it up. So we're gonna try this here, right about there. Okay, we're gonna go with that. So it's just down a little bit lower, which is perfect. Now, it's hard to see it on here, but there are speckles all over the back of this. And that is done by using a Stella pen, a little bit of ink, and some splattering. So let's clear the way here and grab out a piece of paper because it does make a mess everywhere. It splatters everywhere. So we're gonna grab our peacock ink and we're going to grab a block. You're gonna dip in the block a little bit, not a lot. You don't need a lot of ink. And grab an aqua painter, because my Stella pens are never that juicy. So I just take and put a drop of water right on the block, like that. So there's just a little water on the block, and then you're gonna grab your Stella pen, grab your bone folder. Oh, Janie, how do you get the kits? You have to message me. Contact me, call me anytime. My email address is here once I uncover it, chrismbertram@msn.com. There's my phone number. And we figure it out. Like with this class, it would be free with a $45 order. Other classes I offer, you could pay for them or get them free with an order. It just depends on what the class is. So you guys, this is amazing. I love doing this. My friend Gina taught me how to do this. You gotta be careful because it's going all over here and I want it to go over there. And what it does is it takes away the white space. Like I have a hard time having a lot of white in the background. I like things to be kind of filled in. And so you can see what's happening here is it's just, but it's going all over too. So that's why you put paper everywhere. So what that did is it just added a little bit of splattering to the back. Super cool. I think I'm gonna leave the peacock in here because, is there anything else that's peacock? Nope, that's mossy. Nope, we're gonna wipe this out. So you wanna make sure you wipe this out. And, because otherwise you're going to get, I'm trying to make my screen. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this out. Otherwise I'm gonna get peacock and everything. And we don't really want peacock and everything. Okay, I'll put that there. Now I think we're at a point where you guys were ready. I'm gonna keep these sheets handy because every card has splattering on it. I think we're at a point where we can start assembling. So this, just make sure that fits in here good. Yep, so I'm gonna flip both these over. You're very welcome, Janie. And I do have this class available. I have other classes coming up. If you go onto my website, I have a website called cardsbychrisb.com. If you go to my website, my blog and newsletters, hi Jean Terwilliger, my blog and newsletters section has my schedule available. And there's a PDF schedule. At the back end of the schedule also lists past classes that I had extras of that are also available for either sale with paying for them or getting them free with an order. So now you guys can see the difference. You can tell me, do you like the flower in the bottom or that one in the bottom? And so I personally, I do like that. It gives it more character. I like it. It's really pretty. All right, so there's our inside. Now this right here, I did glue this flat. So we're gonna put this on the card here. Let's just put it on. I'm gonna guess, because I've got these here, I'm gonna go about the same height as that one. So something like that. And you're gonna see a little blackberry on the side here. You've got a little wiggle room until you get it where you want it. Okay, so this guy is ultimately gonna go about here. And then this is like, you guys are gonna be like a floral arranger here, like a floriste. This one's special because if you have it like this, That's how that goes. And this flower actually, it's not gonna fit here so nicely. So what you actually have to do is you actually have to cut. You have to cut this leaf down. Right here, you gotta cut this down. So take your scissors. Ooh, I lost it, hang on, not that one. We're gonna grab this guy. And you're gonna cut down in here, into the leaf, just like straight down. And you can round this off if you need to a little bit so that there's not as much white showing there. But you gotta get down in there. So that gives the flower the ability to go like that. If you don't cut it, it's going to be stuck up here more. And so I wanted it down and tucked in there a little bit more. Okay, so we are going to start putting this together. And I think the best option is to use some tear and tape. So I'm gonna put a couple of these pieces waiting over here in the wings, is what I call it. And the benefit of having my sample card here is I can kind of piece it together as we go. So like I know that this guy is gonna be here, right? It's crooked, you guys. It's actually going more horizontal than what you think it is. And we actually cut the stem off here. So when you die cut these out, pick whichever stem you like better to be for down here. And I can see here, they're both about the same for me. So that's my top one. So what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna put a piece of tear and tape back here, right? And then I can set this here, and this little flower kind of tucks in. It's ultimately kind of tucked in like that. Okay, so I've got that tear and tape back here holding it, right? So that is how that goes, okay? You can be off just a little bit. Like ultimately your goal is to get your flowers on the front of your card, all right? Then what happens over here, this guy, he looks like this, and then this flower goes right over the top of it. So I think in this case, I'm gonna put my tear and tape right there on the top, and then I can set this down, and you can see that this flower goes right over the top. That's how we've got that. So it's got like a little bit peeking out the side here, and that's how that one goes. Okay, so far so good, I hope. Then we're gonna grab some dimensionals here, and we're gonna prep the back of these with some dimensionals. So that's kind of ready to go. See, that guy's there. So that one's up there, perfect. And then this one also gets some, I'm gonna dimensionalize them and bring them back together by putting dimensionals on both. And then we're gonna put one more over on the side here. Okay, so far so good. Then this guy right here, we need a little bit more work on him. There are these two stems coming out the back here. So I'm actually going to pick those off and put some tear and tape through here. Pick off that tear and tape. And one of these, they're really skinny, you guys. They are really little, but I promise you don't have to glue them down. We're going to attach them to the back of this. So this one comes out like about here, and it's catching, this one's catching the dimensional. And then this one is coming out right about the middle here. Okay? So I didn't put glue on the back of them. All I did was attach them to the back of this. And then when we put this down onto our card, we're good. You just want to make sure that they're angling the right way. So I just realized here that that one's going the wrong way. So I want it to be coming up. So we're going to flip it this way and have it come up this way. So it's going to be something like that, I think is good. We'll always have the ability to maneuver it as we get there. All right, so that's this. You could also just take a minute and just snip off the end of that. You don't need that. All right, I'm gonna just lightly set this on here, okay, so that we can see how it looks. Now this one, we're going to pick these guys off, and we're gonna then just set it with it. You guys, I think we started with the hardest card first. I feel bad for Diane. She's got this class in person, and she's gonna have, I think, 8 people. So hopefully she's got, so we're gonna move this up a little bit like that. And then that kind of sets here. I'm thinking like that's looking good. Kind of angle that like that. Ultimately, that looks very similar to me. Again, you guys, everybody's is gonna be slightly different depending on, like how you put your pieces. Like, and this is eventually going to go right here. This lighter one is going to come out over here. So don't worry that that's too long, like that. And you could also move it a little bit. You could bring it down at this point, right? But that ultimately goes there. And then this little guy is going to sneak in and fill in that empty space right there. So once you have it where you want it, now is the time to push down the dimensionals, right? Like if you still want to pick this up, you can still maneuver it. Now this one needs that picked off, but I'm also going to put a second one up here, like it's called a double stuff Oreo here. We're going to put that because I just want it a little higher there. And I think all the rest is good here. Now these guys, I think I have some small dimensionals somewhere. They must be, I've got a whole bunch of stuff I'm trying to use up here. And actually, if a big one fits back here, I think a big one might be the best option right there. Yes. So this one, you've got wiggle room. I'm going to see if I can zoom in so you guys can see. That little stem is right there. So I'm just going to be setting this right onto there. And then we're going to take and put another big dimensional underneath this one. And this one tucks in right in there like that. And then the last one is for this one. Now, if that stem is too long, you can always just give it a haircut. But that's going to come out something like that. You know, and you could have picked this up yet and pulled these back and angled them differently if you want to, but I'm like, that's okay. It's kind of coming out of the arrangement like that. Yeah. It's like, I think it's looking good. So it's a little bit of piecemealing things together. You guys, this is probably, honestly, the hardest card out of all of them. And we're going to put a little glue dot right here. And actually, we're going to put a glue dot underneath as well because the stem is a little bit flippy-floppy. So we're going to put one right underneath as well. And that's going to hold that down. And then this overhand knot goes right in there. So if you only wanted to do one, you could have, but I liked the idea of having the two bunny ear or the two tails coming out. And I'm going to show it who's boss because right now it's going the other way. So I'm going to put this underneath right where I want it to rest. And so that will hold that down. And then I'll be honest with you, I can take one more of these little guys and roll this up, put it right underneath in here. And that will help hold that down. So now they're actually going down like Aerosmith. And then now I'm going to trim this one a hair shorter than this one. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Like that. Oh, I need that to match the other side though. So we're going to make this one a hair shorter. And then this one another hair shorter. And now they're about even to me. Okay. Yay, the copper is so pretty with it, you guys. So the copper ribbon and the natural ribbon is set to come back in around October 23rd. So we're on October 6th now. So we're talking about 2 weeks is what it looks like. So it's going to be here soon. I mean, at this point, we've waited this long. The designer series paper, you guys, that has a date of October 9th. So that's even quicker. Then what could you Stella? I mean, ultimately you could like just brush over the top of your distressed tile embossing folder here and it would add a little bit of bedazzle over this. I definitely stay away from anything I stamp because it'll just make it bleed. And then I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I can go find where my speckled dots are. So I'll just show you on this card where the dots go. I've got 3 of the crumb cake ones on this one here, like a big and a small here paired up, and then you can do an oddball one over there. So that's where the dots go. Sharon says, gorgeous card. Thank you so much. I love, L-O-V-E, love this card. I love the peacock with the blackberry bliss together. It is great for a wedding card. I kind of, you could have gone with peacock here. It would have matched the leaves and that, but also having it a little bit lighter with Lost Lagoon, it pulls it in too. So like Lost Lagoon and peacock are like what soft succulent and evening evergreen were to me. So yeah. All right. 1
Done. Boom. Love it. Okay. So there's my sample, and we'll put this guy right here for now. All right, and let's zoom out so we can get our full space going. All right, so that's one card. Oh man, well, we're gonna do this one next. Okay, so the Mossy Meadow one, and it's got copper clay. We have here, that one's there. Okay, so now, thanks Lynn, thanks Jenna, thanks Randy. Purplelicious, Angelique says, I love it. Yes, purplelicious for us. All right, this next one, so the rest of the cards are all the vanilla ones. And so in your kit, you guys, you will have one of these. This is from Textured Floral, already die cut for you out of vellum. In the tutorial, I do put that you have to cut it into 3 pieces. And so it's like, you're probably thinking, well, how does that fit there? Well, I'm gonna show you how, it's actually 1 piece over here and over there. So we're gonna cut this. I'm not gonna do it right now, but we'll cut it momentarily. You have a copper for your inside and a vanilla. Again, the double matting thing going on our inside because it just makes it so pretty to have that double matting on the inside. Okay, another pretty wedding card. This is some of that oxidized copper paper. It was back in stock the last time I checked, I think. Then I can't remember exactly what I gave you guys for ribbon in your cards, but I gave myself here 2 inches, and 2 inches is 4 inches, right? And then I gotta get myself some copper ribbon, it looks like. We have here this Just Tile again for the embossing folder, super cool. Your 2-inch strip here of the Mossy Meadow designer paper, and then this little the die here comes from Designer Tags. Then you're gonna take this and fold it. All right, so remember that this is a horizontal card, okay? And you're gonna need 4 inches of the copper trim. And so we need about this much. So this is called being frugal with your ribbon. If you only get 5 yards of each one, right? So instead of using 6 inches across the whole card, we're actually using like a little over 2, or not even 2 inches and not even 2 inches. It just helps save on ribbon, especially when we had limited. This ribbon, you guys, was the demise of a lot of people because it went out of stock like the first day and it's not back. So we do have a little stamping here, you guys. So let's do the stamping first on this one. So we need this, and we're gonna use the congratulations again. And then we'll do the wishing you all the happiness in the world, which is great if you need some wedding cards. I have a wedding next Friday, you guys. I was just looking at the calendar. Next Friday is Friday the 13th. And I have some friends that are getting married on Friday the 13th. And it is actually a costume wedding. If I remember looking at the invitation, we're supposed to dress up. And Tyler had an idea of what he wants us to dress up as. Let's take this. So I think they're all clean now. He wants to dress up. You guys, have you ever seen Phantom of the Opera? He wants me to dress up as Christine. And he wants to dress up as the Phantom guy. So I think we need to start talking about what I need to wear and what I need to dress, like how I need to dress. So yeah, isn't that cool? Like that will be really easy for me. My name is Christine and I get to dress up as Christine. So we're gonna do this one. So I'm gonna do my sentiment first. And let's see if that, oh, it's crooked, so I gotta bring it down a hair. So we're gonna flip it over and bring it down a hair. Okay, that works. Perfect. Then we're gonna use this here with this. And this is back to Mossy Meadow. It's always the bottom ink pad is what the one I need. So we're gonna do Mossy with our leaf. Ha! I'll show you guys. Yes, remind me, Angelique. So put a note on your calendar, honestly. Help me remember to share it with you, and I don't mind sharing. So I have a live on the 16th. It's Mystery Card Night. It's the 16th of this month.
So it's like in a week and a half. And if you remind me during my live or whenever I have a live, if you just say, hey, show me pictures, and I'll definitely share them. All right, so we're putting our leaf in the corner here. All right, so that's it for the mat. Then we need our label. Did I not have a label? I don't think I had a label. So, I'm gonna steal one and make a note that I need a label. So the dies that we pulled in for this one too is, take it out of this person's kit. I don't know whose kit this is yet. Maybe it's Susan Ray Hendricks, but I'll make sure I put it back in here for you, Susan. There should be a label. There's my label. All right, we're gonna put a Post-it note. We're gonna put the card like this and label that. So I know that I need to do something with that. So we have here, we need congratulations on here. And I did that in copper. I'm gonna practice on the back, so that's the back. Sometimes it's hard to see behind, but we're gonna just put this here. Oh, it's perfect, okay. Now let's see if I can do that on the front. Good, all right. Then on this one is also a little bit of splattering right there, okay? So let's grab our stuff back. This is what we need instead of peacock, so let's wipe this off. Now, not to confuse anybody, but the next card also has Mossy Meadow splattering. So if I'm gonna do some splattering in Mossy, I'm gonna double do myself here. This card right here, and actually, it could be copper. We'll do this one in copper, so we're not gonna double do ourselves. We're just going to grab our sheets out here and make sure we don't get Stella everywhere. Stella splatter. So we're doing Mossy this time, but we need the drip of water back. So let's put one drip of water right in the middle there, because the water just helps because my Stella pen is not very juicy. Let's get the peacock out. Yep, good. Grab a bone folder, dip in to your Stella. It's going all the way over there. And it's going all the way over here. So Stella has a mind of its own when you splatter like this. It just doesn't seem to go exactly where you want it to. It's going up all over here, you guys. So let's do a little bit more. There it is. I got it right where I want it now. One more. There. Okay. So this right here, give it a second to dry, but now you can see what I did is I just splattered on the label. Okay, so these sheets can go away. And I have a little bit of the Mossy Meadow in my brush here. What I think I'm gonna do is use it to Stella and help to get rid of some of the green ink. Go right over the top of my Mossy Meadow label here. Perfect. Okay, so now that should be cleaned out. Yep, it is. So you guys ready for some assembly action? Okay, we can glue. Okay, let's get glue happy. So this can get glued, this can get glued, and let's just test this really quick. Yep. So these two can get glued. Oh, I hate covering this pretty paper up back here, but it's part of what we need to do. So this is gonna go on this piece, like that. And then this, oh, you can see I even got a little splatter on here. It's all right. This, hang on, needs to go here. So if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, don't forget, we have a team meeting tomorrow. We have our quarterly in-person and online team meeting. And we're gonna be doing the team swap party tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2:30, or it's Sunday at 2:30. We have our team swap party. for those that participated in the swapping, we'll be live, and then we have our team meeting right after it. So that's on Sunday. So that's why I was saying to you guys earlier today, I'm like, oh, I'm looking forward to Monday. I have class at 1, but lots of stuff will be behind me. So excited. So we can't put this down quite yet. We got to work on this. So we definitely need tear and tape, and we're going to need a lot of it. So we're going to put 4 of them here waiting in the wings, and we need 2 on the back. So back here and back here. All right, and then we're going to pick these off. We need to do the copper first, right? So what I'm going to do is set this, like I'm going to bring this up through here. I'm going to catch this, make sure it's centered. I'm going to catch it right there. This one, same thing. Bring it up and catch it. So you guys, what we did is we just saved a lot of ribbon. Okay, so if we made 48 of these kits, 48 of this much, which is a little over 2 inches, got saved, which is awesome. All right, then I'm going to put another piece of tear and tape right over the top of that, and over the top of this one. And then what we need to do is bring this down so that we can see the hole here. And what you're going to do is kind of wedge a corner up here and attach that. Okay? So that's how you get the copper in the front. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing on this side. Bring that forward. Oh, hi, honey. I got a little honey bear over here. So then put the corner there. Okay, and make sure. So the hole is a little bit shorter than what the width of the ribbon is, but that's okay. It looks cool because it buckles a little bit in the middle. You want it to buckle in the middle. Then another piece of tear and tape over the top. Oh, she found the linen thread. And then another. So that's what we got. Oh, you think so, huh? All right. So that wasn't so complicated. We've done that in the past. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. Now what's going to happen, so we've got our copper in the front, right? And then the other behind it, we're going to go over. Oh, you guys, do you ever get to the end here and you're like, just have to use up the last little pieces? We have to do it. So there's that. And then here, we're going to do 6. All right, let's do that. That's done. Ha ha ha. You guys were so close on some of these. So I have a couple people that hate using the edges of this. So they give them to me to use up. And I don't mind using them because it's still the same. It works. We're just going to put that. Okay, so now you can pick all these off. All right, then one more there. Okay, now I did Stella this top corner here. So what happens now is we're just putting this right onto this copper clay mossy designer paper mat. So this is gonna go right like here, something like that. And then more tear and tape, you guys. So I always tell people I would rather use tear and tape in quantity and save my ribbon, because ribbon is more expensive than tear and tape, and it's harder to replace ribbon than it is just to buy more tear and tape. So now that goes like that, but we need another one. And then this one goes like that. So that's how we got that side like that. Little bit of work, you guys, but it looks super cool having 2 ribbons on this one. And that one is so wide. And then this one, the copper fits right in the middle of it nicely. And then from the front here, just flip that and center it. And then we do need that there and one here. Okay. Pick those off. And what you can do is prep this back with a little bit more glue. And that goes right onto the card base. Just get it right on the front centered. Just like that. Push those sides down. Okay, so that's the base of our card. It's all about the base, you guys. No trouble. All right, then we have a little label here. Did we have the magic of TV? Did I not have a leaf here? I guess I'd have to go back and watch the video to see if I have a leaf. Let's just see here. I could have sworn, oh, maybe I don't. I might have to cut those. Maybe we got lazy. Maybe we got lazy, you guys. That very well could happen. So if that's the case, I only saw that one. All right, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take that. We might have to do some die cutting, you guys. Let's grab this. I guess I looked and I didn't see it in the bag. Maybe somebody will tell me if they saw it. I don't see it around here, so I'm guessing that I didn't have Magic of TV for this one. I think that first card that we made was the very first card we designed, and I think we got lazy. All right, so let's grab this. You guys can see this in action then. Grab this and this. We're gonna run this guy through. Oh, I see it shifted it slightly on me. Did you guys see what happened there? It moved it ever so slightly. So what do you do? What do you do when that happens, right? Like that side looks good. That's pretty decent, but now that side's okay. But like, look at that. That is where I would just take my scissors, you guys, and I would just trim that off versus restamping it. It's too much work to go restamp it at this point. Because that side's good. But now this needs a little help here. And then this needs a little help here. So it involved a little bit of fussy cutting to round that off. But I'll be honest, that will be perfectly fine for it. Okay, so we'll set that there. But you guys, because I know we don't have the magic done, we're gonna take, as long as I've got the machine sitting right here, we're gonna take this and we're gonna be strategic about how we tape this next one. I'm gonna tape it more right there so that hopefully that doesn't shift around on us. Run this through. Okay, so there's that guy. And that'll be for the next card. So here's our copper. It reminds me of flower. That lined up good. Put it right there in the middle so that that doesn't shift. I flipped my plate so that it kind of helps keep my plate straight. And then we'll just do one more here. Yeah, gotta be careful that that tape doesn't rip. And there's that one, and then one more. Perfect. Just like that. You guys, Tigger is obsessed with something outside right now. He keeps going back and forth the countertop from one window to the next. Did you take it out of the packet? You know, I thought I did, but because the packet is right here, like I keep my stuff in like plastic like that. When I'm designing, I just put it in plastic. So, well, if we find them, we find them. And if not, you guys got to see how the big boss gets to work and get to see him in action. All right, so there's, now that tape is spent to me, you guys. I'm gonna get rid of that because it ripped and it was sticking really strongly. So there, that's for the next card then. Okay, back on track. All right, let's get to this guy. Now, the label is popped up, so I'm gonna flip that over and prep this with some dimensionals. Do like 3 like that. And what I'm gonna do is, because I don't know exactly how everything's gonna lay out, when I'm putting stuff together, I will take these 2 dimensionals off, but I'll leave that one on. Because now I can put my label where I see my label, like kind of like over here, right? And then what I can do now, I can slip this in where I want it to go. But before we do that, now it's time to cut this. So this is actually going to get cut into 3 pieces. So you can see there's one section that's over here. So this can get cut here and here. So let's show that to you so you can see. So we have 2 pieces. I just cut it like that. This one's the one that goes up here, like that. And now this chunk here, there's another chunk there that goes there. And then there's this chunk here. It actually kind of hangs out right there. So that's how the 3 pieces got cut. So you've got this, that, and then that one. All right, but now we got to get these kind of like secured onto our leaf. So let's grab the tear-in tape. And I'm going to put a little tear-in tape across the back here. And this one is kind of sneaking up through here. You can even have it coming in the front a little bit if you want. So there's just a little bit of foliage coming right there. And then we need a little tear-in tape behind this edge right here. And this guy, I can just set it on here. Use it as a guide. So we got so far like that. I'll wait on this guy because I can just tuck him in. Then let's grab some dimensionals. We're gonna pop this stuff up. So you guys, when you get a foliage piece like that, don't be afraid to like cut it apart to make it look bigger. And then this, we can lift up the tag, and this kind of nestles right in here, like that. And then we have that oxidized copper leaf. I know I had one because I showed it to you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys, I found it. It was stuck to the bottom of this ink pad. It was hanging out right over on the side here. So this is another one where we can use, I don't know if that's gonna be too big. That's gonna be too big. And the small dimensionals would be perfect for it, but I was feeling inclined to want to use up some of these dimensionals. Look at that, another one done. See? All right, so let's pick these off. And then this can tuck in. See, pull that little label up. It's hanging out over here. Good, just adding a little bit of filler. And then that, I almost couldn't see it, but it was right here. That's the last piece. And now what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna take a glue dot and attach it here. And I'm gonna snip off that stuff. Now this, I'm gonna pick up my label, just kind of set that right in there. Okay, and I'll be honest with you, this label right here did not need this dimensional because there's a lot of height going on right here. And this is a little bit thick right there. So I honestly, like this could actually go down here like that. And then what we're gonna do, get your tools out, we're gonna put a glue dot up here underneath the label. Because otherwise there was a dimensional here and one underneath, and then like the label was starting to go cockeyed like that. Melanie loves it. Yay! Hi, Melanie boy. All right, and I want one more piece of security for this label right under here. And actually, it probably should be a dimensional. So let's grab this, put that right there. Okay, there. Boom. Okay. Perfect. So what's left? We already got it stellaed. We've got a lot going on. What's left are your embellishments. So we've got a brown and a green, 2 browns and a green over there. So you could just go ahead and put the last little embellishments on your card. And then that one is GTG, good to go. So these are the two we've got done so far, you guys. Hi, Hunky, little squeaker beaker. All right, next, we're saving the rose one for last. So let's grab this guy. Squeaker, hi, baby. Hi. Yes, you want to say hi to everybody? Not really? Okay. You like wanted to come up, but you didn't. All right, let's see what we got in here, guys. So this is another one that's vanilla. The colors are so rich, I agree. Hi, baby. Yeah, aren't you so sweet? Okay, you have a little copper, right? Little copper ribbon. Your DSP at 2 inches, that's in your kit. You probably are like, why did she give me such a small piece of this ribbon? What you need to do, honestly, for this ribbon, you guys, you need to cut it in half lengthwise. Okay, promise me. That's all you got, like, we're gonna work with it. So now you have 2 pieces, right? 2 pieces like that. One goes up and one goes down, okay? You have a piece like this, which is your background mat we're gonna splatter that. You have a little baby strip like this. You have a label. This label comes from the Countryside Dyes. You have your, I did have this. Okay, so this is the mat that was gonna be for stamping. So I took that from the kit. So I'm gonna put that back over here. We have an inside, vanilla with espresso, and then the outside is the exposed brick embossing folder. Hi Gwengoda from Hawaii. And then we have copper as our base. Okay, let's see what our inside looks like. Okay, we've got a copper leaf in there. Let's get that guy stamped. And grab back this. Let's clean it, you guys. So this leaf stamp definitely got a lot of work. So people were telling me that if they didn't have this stamp set, they actually we're gonna use the All About Autumn leaves and making that be like the stamps and die, like if they want to add like the leaves, like making a leaf ensemble back there. Now, this one's gonna stamp as dark as that, I think. So we're gonna put this right here. Gwen, that's actually Hunky. He's a little squeak box. So we're gonna put that here. And then Honey. Honey doesn't actually have a voice, you guys. She really I don't know what to think. She's a raspy. She goes, like, she doesn't, that was horrible, right? Like, my imitation of Honey was not good. She doesn't have a voice. She doesn't squeak at all. Like, she doesn't go meow. She just has a raspy voice, and she always has from day one. So this is going to be here. And then we have this guy. I'm just going to see if that's goo. Nope. Okay. So where are we doing You're the Best on this one? Now change it up, right? Use one of the other sentiments. All right, perfect. And then I'm gonna flip it over. See how I do on the back. Okay, that's not bad. It was just a little bit low. Well, right like that. Good, that's very good, very good. Okay, now we're done with You're the Best. We're going to take, this time we gotta wipe off our block. We're doing a different color splatter. Let's get that clean. My paper towel has seen better days, you guys. I think it's time for a different one. All right, so this one, we have a choice. Do we wanna do espresso splatter? I think espresso is what I felt as I looked at it. So let's get this behind here and get our papers back. You guys have never stellaed with the splattering. You're getting your fill of it now. I'm gonna move this card out of the way and move that there. Okay, so we've got that. Again, we gotta go back. Got a little drop of water on here. And then grab that Stella pen. Grab a thing here. My Lily sweeps like your honey. Yeah. Yeah, she's really raspy. Okay, so we got green in here. I think that's okay with the brown. We're just going to go dip in here. We're just Stella-ing. Again, it went everywhere but where I wanted it to. Super cool. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Isn't that cool though? I love it. It just takes away the blank space. Okay, so let that sit and dry for a moment. I think that we got that good to go. Oh, we got to do this little guy too. Hang on. Let's, as long as we got this out, I'm going to do the label. Just a little bit. It goes everywhere but exactly where I want it. There it is. Like, I don't want to have too much because I don't want too big of splatters, but too little isn't good either. All right, so what we could do, this is our brown little strip here. We could take and wipe out the Stella pen and help get rid of some of the brown ink on our brown piece here. Okay, wipe that out. Perfect, let's set those there. Cool, cool, cool. So we could get a little bit glue happy. This gets glued there. Let's bring our card back so you guys can see what we're still working on. Okay, that'll get glued there. So let's get glue. And we'll glue this and that. All right. Our books are getting covered up. And our inside, and then our inside. Yeah, Lynn Beasley says splattering is fun. Yes, have you guys ever done it before? Gina taught me it, maybe I'd have to say 4 or 5 years ago. She loves to add splatter to things, and it really is, it really does just, it fills in some blank space. All right, so we're gonna let that set for a second. We're gonna put this one in here, like that. And then this guy. You guys hear the rummaging? That's Hunky looking for something. Squeaker! Yeah, what do you want, buddy? All right, if this is a little long, don't hesitate to just trim off that edge, like that. Squeaker! Aww. Yeah, what's up, buddy? Okay, so then this goes right here. Hi, Bobby. You made it to 2 lives in a row. Wow. Yeah, you were on last night. That's awesome. And now, hello, hello, hello. All right. What I did for this is I glued the strip. So we're going to take this. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right through the middle. I'm working on the Gone Fishing One Sheet Wonder. You're a little bit behind. It's okay. You're not alone, Jenna. I was just talking to a bunch of people over the last week that people are a little bit behind on kits that you guys have. And it's okay. The kits are there for you to work on them when you have time. And as long as you know where you have the tutorial and where you have the access to the live video, you can make them whenever. All right, so I just have a little bit of that brown coming out the edges there of that label. Now we need to grab our tear and tape, and this is where the ribbon part comes in, and it's so much fun, I think anyways. So we're gonna have a few of these waiting over here on the sidelines. This actually, we're gonna just pop this down really quick, you guys. Oh, we're gonna use up another sheet here maybe. Let's get these all down. Can you guys hear that with those cats running around? They're definitely here. They're very happy. The windows are cracked. It's a beautiful temperature outside. Nice fall day. So this is just going right about here. I have a little more copper showing than I have brown on this side. So something about here, like that. Okay. And ultimately what's going to happen, we've got the cherry down first, and then this one sits here. Let's down like a little bit. Oh, there it is. Okay, something like that. And then like that. I can tell my mossy was a little bit darker than my mossy here, and that's okay. So that kind of lines up like that. That's kind of what we're doing here. And then this is gonna go here. You don't have to worry about the tails at all. So I guess what I'm gonna do, because I have my sample card here, that is a benefit. I can take, and I know that this has a dimensional behind it, and I can just set. So when you make an original card, you guys, this is the great thing about making doubles of it, is you have the ability to set it down right on top of it, and like that goes like that. That's perfect. Now this one gets a dimensional here, and now the red one can get set on here, and now I have a clone. Like it's pretty much identical, because I really like how I laid out that one. And then what you can do is add in where you need extra tape and dimensionals. And then on the back side here, I'm gonna definitely make sure I pop up a bunch of things here. Let's cut this like that. We're gonna pop up all the way around the edges of this. Okay. That'll be perfect. And then down here is gonna just be some glue dots, I think, because I like my stems to be pretty flat at the bottom. So we're just gonna put a few of them down here. And then we're gonna take these off. And then that's going to sit. It's hanging out over the top just a hair, and it's off the edge there a little bit. There. Okay, now the label. All right, the ribbon part. So the copper, we've got some tear and tape back here, but the copper, it gets woven up and down and back and forth. So underneath the H and the E is where I've got a tail coming out over here, about like that, and it's angled slightly. You're gonna bring it down. I call those bones, and use every piece of them. Yeah. So this comes down and makes a little baby loop. And as I make the loop, I bring it over a little bit. And then I make a little baby loop and I keep bringing it over. So the reason I put the leaves on right away is because I wanted to test out where it's gonna go. So something like that's good. All right, if you're happy with it and you know it, clap your hands, right? All right, so there's that. If you need to finagle it, now's your time. But once you've got it where you want it, you're gonna put that other piece of tear and tape over. And now you've already cut those in half. I want the factory edge to the right on this one, and it's gonna be going in line with that tail up that way. And just to make sure I'm good, I'm gonna trim that slightly, and then I can trim this one right away. Okay, and now this other one is gonna be going with this tail over here. And you know what, before I put that on, I'm just going to trim my tail, and then factory edge to the right, make it so it comes out a little bit longer than it. And when you get it where you want it, now is where you can take more tear and tape and leave that like that. Take your ribbon scissors, and let's see how that looks. Hopefully it's good. Now the top one is a little bit longer than the bottom one, so I might just, to keep them a little more even, go back and trim that one a hair and trim that one a hair. Okay, just like that. And then our bones here on the side, grab a couple of those, and that will sit down right about there. Oh, it's so pretty. Love it. Oh man, that was Tigger, if you heard that. That is Tigger playing with something. All right. Oh, it's so good. So good. Did that come together okay for you guys if you're doing it? Hopefully after seeing the process, you get it good. What's left on here, I've got a green and a brown and a green. All right. So that's what I've got for the embellishments on this one. And I'm looking for oh, there it is right here. So that's what we've got for this guy. Again, I'm avoiding putting embellishments on because I don't know where my open package of speckled dots are. And I'm not about ready to open up one yet. All right, in case I need it for something else later in life. All right, so there you go. So pretty. So you guys, we've got these 3 done. Very good. Good deal. All right, 1 left. And I think this one's gonna be an amazing one to do last. Hopefully it comes together really good. You're gonna need some sort of a coloring marker for this. Now, I didn't grab mine, but if you don't have the new color, the Moody Mauve, you could use Rococo Rose. And if you don't have the new, oh man, where would mine be? Over here. Okay, let's see. Don't laugh, because I was just saying, if you don't have, let's see where Lost Lagoon, if you don't have Lost Lagoon, you could use Soft Succulent. And I'm looking, I don't have the new blends here even. Ha! Isn't that kind of crazy? So I was just gonna tell you guys, if you don't have Moody Mauve, Rococo Rose would work. And if you don't have Lost Lagoon, Soft Succulent would work. And that is exactly what I'm gonna have to use, because maybe, I don't know, let me see if this is a color. Hang on. Let me see what color this is. Oh, I do have Lost Lagoon. So I have Lost Lagoon. See, look at how close those are, you guys. That's Soft Succulent, that's Lost Lagoon. So they're pretty interchangeable to me. I'm looking to see if I have Rococo Rose here. I don't know if I do. That's Blackberry. These are Rich Raspberry. I don't know if I have my Moody Mauves are not down here. So I'm gonna use, I'm gonna do one new and 1 old. So we're gonna use both of those. Okay. So it just goes to show you, you could use either. So in this kit, you guys, this is the one that has a lot of pieces. Please be very careful pulling them out. Yeah, a lot of pieces. You have a little leaf, right? So there's a little leaf. There's a crumb cake piece for your inside. Now this, I was second guessing myself after I realized, you guys, everybody got like 6 inches of ribbon and you only see half of it. I should have cut everybody's ribbon in half for them and split it. So I didn't do that though. So I think that everybody's got 6 inches of that. This is from the Natural Prints dies. This is the wreath here. So you have a wreath. You have 2 flower centers, okay, like in the mauve. You have another leaf. You have 2 of these bigger pieces for the big flower. And then you have a big leaf that goes off over on the side here. You have 2 small pieces here. These are for the bottom flower. You have a label, like that, the same label as the other card. And that is from Natural Prints dies. You have a vanilla inside. You have a time-worn type embossed piece here. You have your Designer Series paper strip. And a base. So, lots of pieces, you guys. So, let's go like this. And let me show you how I would do the base part. Oh man, here comes the honey. What do you want, girlfriend? You're gonna fall. We're doing class. So here's where you guys can figure out what you want to do. Do you want to only use half the ribbon and save the other half for another card? Or do you just want to use it, right? Your call. I'll show you how to do. So this one uses the whole thing. Hi, honey. Okay, here you guys come. Here's a little honey sighting for you. Oh, there it is, really fast. Okay, I'm gonna be frugal with my ribbon and I'm gonna cut it in half to show you how to do this because you really only need half of this. So you just take this and go right up the center. Now you have another half to do another card with, okay? Save it, use it for another day. Okay, so there's that. All right. Then
we're gonna need this piece right here and this piece. And I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking about it. We should color our flowers because they need some time to dry, I'll be honest with you. So let's pause for a moment. Let's grab all of our pieces here, set them on our paper, and we're gonna color these. So these start off as vellum, frosted vellum, and you need to grab your blends and color. Let's see, that's kind of dark. Let's start with, so I'll be honest, you guys, I grabbed Rococo Rose. I truly wanted to use Rococo Rose, and that's really bright. So mauve is gonna be the better of the choices, but this is what it's gonna look like if you are using Rococo Rose at home. And let's just see. It'll be okay. Nope, it'll match all right. So, but this needs a second to dry. And you wanna be very careful using these nice markers on stuff like this because you don't want the tips to get worn. So be gentle with them as you color. If you don't have blends, the thing with vellum is it's not very porous. So if you used water-based markers, it's not gonna dry very well, where these are like Sharpies. So if you have Sharpies, like colored Sharpies, you could. And then here's one more. Let's do this, guys. So now you can start to see these as I color. There's this. Like that, okay. So that's our mauve, Rococo Rose mauve. Now, I did grab my Lost Lagoon. Oh, well, that's a soft succulent. Hang on. Did I just confuse these? Yep, so let's move these. They look similar. I'm gonna start with the light one first and see how the light one looks. And then I'm gonna see how the dark one looks. Thanks, Ileana. Thanks, Bonnie. I think I'm gonna go with the dark one. So I'm using, guys, I use dark Rococo Rose, or you use dark Moody Mauve. And then I'm using dark, but use probably dark Soft Succulent and dark Lost Lagoon. So you guys, I'm just doing these first, and I'm gonna set them off to the side while we work on doing the card base. Okay, there's that. All right, we're done with these guys. Hey, you guys don't see me use blends a lot. I used to use them a lot more. But when I design cards with blends and then I use them in class, the tips, like not everybody knows how to use markers so well, so the tips get demolished. So we've been using colored pencils a lot more. Okay, let's get those off to the side. And take a drink of water. Okay, let's move these away. Well, actually, let's grab this. This might have some pieces that you need to poke out. You can leave them or you can poke them. That's again from the Natural Prince dies. But let's just get those. And then this is a good one where if you want to Stella this, put it on your paper here. You can Stella that right away. Let's see if the brown, oh, there's a little brown in there, but that actually wouldn't hurt this at all. It'd actually make it look like there's a little more color on it. But now's your time to Stella this. Get that all on there. My Stella's almost dry, so I gotta rehydrate her, but she's doing a little work right now. All right, so I'm gonna set this off to the side now. We're not gonna forget where it is. And we're gonna set it right here. This is what I wanna work on now. So, you could figure out and guess where this ribbon goes. And if you don't like to guess, this is what I like to do. I'm never a good guesser, so I prefer not to guess. So what I do is I'm putting Terran tape down one side of this. I guessed how much I need, so that was actually pretty decent. And then what I'm gonna do, so here's the deal. But when we designed this, we actually had the Rococo Rose coming up to the top here. And so it's actually just hanging up over here. I liked how it looked, right? Where you have that ribbon hanging there and it kind of doesn't sit so well. So that's why we went with 5.5 inches of Rococo Rose. You might also just check this before you get glue happy. My Rococo Rose is actually, Rococo Rose, my designer paper is slightly, you can see it's slightly longer than the card base. Now is the time to trim it, okay? So I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it with my, there's two bases going, or there's two, I'm gonna hold it like this, flush. You could use a little trimmer if you wanted, but I don't mind doing this. I'm gonna just take this, use the paper as a guide, and trim that, okay? So now it's not longer. Now, like let's say your card base was shorter. Oh, sorry, if your card base was longer, you might just trim the card base a hair now before you start getting glue all over things. But now this matches perfectly. I think it does anyways. It's pretty good, yes. All right, and again, I don't like to guess. So what I'm gonna do now is put a little bit of glue around this area. And I have my good 1/8 inch margin over on this side. And I'm centering this top to bottom, making sure that the same margin on the top and the bottom, and I'm adhering that to this, okay? Now I'm gonna grab that tear-in tape, and we're going to prep the back side here with our 2 pieces and our weighting in the wings ready to go. All right, now because I have tear-in tape there, I can just slide this in right underneath here, okay? And line this up exactly how I want it to go. I can figure out how much ribbon I want showing, like I can even bring it out a hair if I want more. Something like that. Tuck that tail underneath. Pull this tight. And then tuck that behind as well. So now I didn't have to guess where to put my ribbon. And now this gets the extra tear-in tape back here. It's prepped and ready to go. And we can glue this right onto our card base. So that will go here. And now I want to make sure got that centered in here good. Awesome. Now, here's the trick. We can pull this back, catch that, pull your tear-in tape out, and now that's going to nicely secure right onto our ribbon. That's it. So now it's all glued really good. And hopefully, as long as you've got your stuff flush on the top, if you kind of glued it any sort of crookedness, you could still potentially, like I still just have a little hair here yet, I can just trim off, and I'm good. Now, this wreath thing, this guy right here, that's gonna go down next, and there's one little section here that is like funky. It's like, it's like round, except for that. We put that over here so that it kind of is like hidden over there. All right, so how do you glue this? What I would do is take my liquid glue, and I'd be just spotting a little bit of liquid glue, spot checking here, like all the way around. This would be great to cut out of sticker sheets. Now, remember that little out jug here is this guy. That went off to the right bottom corner at your like 4 or 6 or 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock probably. So it's something like this. So you've got like a finger width up here, you got a good finger width down there, and it's kind of centered left to right. And that glue should stick onto the paper good. All right. Now we're back to flowers. Oh, you know what? Well, I just grabbed them. Let's grab them. So let's put our flowers together. So you have these 2 bigger pieces. They kind of like nestle together just like that. I noticed that I missed a little bit of coloring on the side though. So I'm gonna get that colored though. Just a little there. And then I missed it over there.
And I missed it right there. Okay. As long as I have these in front of me, I'm gonna use glue dots for this. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad you like this card. I love this one too. So, I'm just putting a glue dot right in the middle of that. And those layer up like that. So that's the one that goes up there. And then you're gonna need one more here. I think it goes like that. So I'm putting a glue dot right in the middle there. And that goes like that. So we've got those two pieces together, and that's what goes there. Okay, so those are pretty much ready. Then we have our 3 leaves. We're gonna just set them there. We gotta do some stamping. I just realized we have stamping that we didn't do yet. So we need the label here. The label. And we have Lost Lagoon ink. And we need Moody Mauve. Let's grab Moody Mauve. And what's our inside look like? Oh, a big flower. All right, so we're doing another congratulations. Let's see if that's right here. Okay, that needs to get cleaned. And I bet our leaf is dirty, so we're gonna clean that. And I bet this is dirty. Doity, yep, copper was on that last. And we need the big flower for this one. So let's stamp our congratulations in Lost Lagoon. I'm gonna do the back first, again to practice. Good. Let's try this. Okay, so that's good. And then the sentiment on the inside is, oh, use crumb cake. But you know, what do we want to do? We can use crumb cake. I've got that right here. So that guy is on the vanilla. And I did put it a little bit more to the left. So if you guys didn't catch it, if you're joining me now, all right, Jenna, we'll catch you later. This is gonna go here. We just did a crooked. Come down a little bit. We just did a video showcasing all the different prizes, the raffle prizes that we're doing for the Wounded Warrior card benefit. That's tomorrow. So that's for that. And then we have the big Rococo Rose flower. So we're done with this. We're done with this. And the big flowers right here. Pink big flower. Oh, this is a juicy pad. Wow. Okay. I think I might just do second strength. So there's first. And there's second. It was really dark. So it's a very juicy pad. So I'm good with the second strength on that one. All right, we're not done though. So let's clean off this block. And we need a little dip in here of our mauve right there. And we're gonna do splattering. All right, so let's get that cleaned. We gotta grab that Stella pen back and grab our sheet of paper here. Move that over here. Let's bring both of these things. Nope, just the label needs it. Hi, buddy. All right, so let's, I always add water to it, guys. So this is the last time we're gonna get these little drop of water on here. I keep these handy because sometimes I need water. So that's what those aqua painters are good for. So we're gonna just dip in here. Takes a little bit to get that started. There it is. That's good. I ended up with some big splatters. Oh man. Okay, so let's, I don't know if there's anything really we can decorate with this Stella pen. So let's just put this over there. Let's wipe this out. Because my Stella is almost dry out of here, This Stella pen is perfect for doing stuff like this because you don't feel like you're wasting Stella so much. So it's actually acting more like a water painter, and then you just, and because that's why you add the water to the block. So it really helps for that. All right, let's move these off to the side. That goes there. We can glue this. And then we'll glue this. All right, so then that can go in over here, like that. This one can go in here. So it was nice to bring the crumb cake in because it actually pulls in the crumb cake from the outside. You could have done Lost Lagoon too. All right, so these are gonna need dimensionals. So let's grab a few of those. I think that can go down all the way. So this is gonna, I'm not gonna set it down, like I'm gonna set it down, but I'm not gonna squish it down. I just wanna get a feel for how everything's gonna lay out. Then for this, I'm gonna actually grab a couple glue dots and put them on the back of here, right in the middle, I think. And then the one petal comes up and over the top of it like this. And there's a little gap right here. That's where our leaf is gonna tuck in. I'm just gonna set that there. And then this, a couple more. Tiger, I hear you, buddy. Is that chipmunk getting to you? He's all squirmy over there. All right, so then this, we're just gonna, it kind of covers up the label over here. Setting it there. Then one of these leaves, just put a glue dot right at the tip. And this is gonna sneak out from underneath here. Right like that. This larger one, put a glue dot right at the tip of the leaf as well. Oh, it didn't go, it just stayed right there. Hi, Vicki Eakins. Then this one's gonna go like right in here. You just don't want it overhanging the edge of the card. And then this last one, going to be coming out like right here. And now when it's exactly where you want it, if everything, you're hunky-dory with it, like this leaf can even come over the top. If you're good with everything, push it down. Get those glue dots to stick to the paper really good. And then you have here these things. Hunky. You're gonna Stella these. Oh, this would have been perfect because the Moody Mauve was in there yet. You guys, the cats are so excited because they actually have an entire counter to go. They get to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. They usually have like, it's a trap. Usually they don't know where to go and they are knocking things over. So a little bit of liquid glue behind here, and that's what goes in the middle of that flower. And we could have done these in yellow, but you guys, I really felt like the Moody Mauve was just, it's more cohesive, not throwing in a yellow into this mix. So we have our three colors going on, the green, the pink, and the crumb cake. And now that goes right there. Perfect. Okay. Yay, you guys, we're getting so close to the end of that roll. And we're almost at the end of our mini glue dots. So, whew. All right. Survey says, do you like them? This was a fun class, you guys. These cards were so pretty. I love them. I don't know. Like, they're so like rich, elegant looking, regally, great for wedding card. If you need a great, beautiful birthday card for a friend, a thinking of you card, whatever you need for a card like this would be, this is a perfect card. Any of them would be I would be happy to get any one of these, you guys, wouldn't you? So, yeah, love them. I'm just putting things away while you guys can tell me which ones you guys like the best. And I'm gonna get my stamps all cleaned up. I think we used up all the dies. Okay, well, we didn't use some of these little guys, but we got our dies done. So one of the things I generally like to do when I'm done with a die set is I like to count the dies. Like, so this says there's 18 dies. So I'll go, because now that I'm done with this class, I'm gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wait, did I just say 18 or 19? 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 is perfect. So now that I'm good, there's 18 dies, I'm happy putting this on my shelf. I always do a test before I put my dies away Anna Rabideau taught me that actually. I do a test of my dies just to make sure they're all in there before I store them. Not then I go to use them the next time and then they're not there. So there we go. All right, beautiful cards. I think the last one is your favorite. Yay, Randy. All of them are beautiful, awesome cards. Love them. Yay, I'm glad you guys like them. Okay, so that's done. You guys got lots of little tips and tricks in here too. I'm curious how many of you cut your ribbon in half like this and only used half of it. So now you have the other half to make another pretty card with it. I like these two because they're very fall-y, like fall-esque. But I just love these purples and the pinks here. I do like them a lot, so. All right, so let's get that cleaned up. So Diane actually has this class on Tuesday night. I can't believe it's already gonna be the 10th on Tuesday. Just blows my mind, you guys, that we're almost already halfway through the month. So very good, okay. So we're gonna set this stuff off to the side. You guys, we're gonna do our little drawing to figure out who our door prize winner is for class. You love all the cards. I think the last one is your favorite. My favorite is the dark purple one. Yes, we think alike, Gwen. I definitely love me my purple. All right, so I gotta remember to cut a little label for this one card here that I stole from. All right, and then we are going to grab our book here and grab a pencil. You guys, we're gonna do a little door prize. See who won for placing an order. All right, so, oh man, I gotta back up here. Translucent Florals, okay. I did a little special treat too for you guys. So some of you actually ordered the bundle for this class. And even though this isn't a sweet bundle class, I looked at it as if you bought the bundle for this class as your registration, I gave you an eighth a pack of paper. So I gave you, I think, like, I'll show you what I gave you. Hang on 1 second. I'll show you because I have one here. So, and I actually have one left. So I had here, this is what I gave everybody, because there's that new Translucent Florals Designer Series paper that was part of the online exclusives. And so this matches the stamp set perfectly. I don't know, the die cuts don't really match. You guys, we are going to do a stamp-a-stack using this Designer Series paper. So very cool, because a lot of you now have the stamp set, which is awesome. I will be working on that soon. I'll get a day and time planned. And you'll get a full pack of that designer paper. But so if somebody still wants to get this class, you guys, I have a few spots available for this class. And if you do order the Translucent Florals bundle as your RSVP for this class, like Faye Nieder, Karen Woods, Angelique McClendon, Lynn Beasley, Donna Grushke, Linda Scott, Marsha Long, Anna Schaffer, Becky Gandolfo, Karen Stig, and Kat Bronick, all you girls got a little pack of that designer paper, and I still have that one left. So it had to be that exact bundle, though, for this exact class, and that's how I got you the extra little gift from me. So in case you're wondering why you have that in your package, that's why. So I have that left. I think I have about 3 spots left going into this class. I don't know if anybody really signed up during the class for sure, but I usually get my emails, I check them. So yeah, So stay tuned for that translucent floral Stamp-a-Stat class. But so we had a bunch of people then place orders to get this class for free. So I will write numbers down next to everybody's name, and we'll do a little drawing here really quick. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 people. I love it. Thank you so much. Out of 37 kits already taken, 27 people helped me at the end of the quarter. I'm super excited to find out where we end up with the team and me with the rankings. We find out on November 1st. So I will be so excited to share with you where we're at, how we did this last year. Last year, you guys, I was number 20 out of like 30 some thousand demonstrators in the United States. And so I think it's like 35,000 demonstrators. And so so as soon as we found out last year that I was number 20, the first thing my mom says to me is, well, are you going to shoot for 15 next year? And I'm like, Mom, I did everything I could to get to 20, and now you're like number 15. Like, oh man. So that's what Mom set a goal for me is 15, and so that's what we worked at. So you guys, all of you, there was 27 of you that helped me really at the end of the quarter with that this specific class to get it free, and so I appreciate that. And there was people too that said, hey, I gave you an extra order at the end. I hope you did good with the quarter. And you guys, everybody that helped me at the end, it all helped. So I'm so excited. You guys will be the first ones to hear where we end up. So November 1st, stay tuned for that. All right, so we're gonna bring my phone in here, you guys, and we're gonna do a little random number generator. So let's flip this down. We said 27 people. Wow. Okay. I love it. Let's put in here 27. And when I hit generate, it'll show a number and we'll figure out who that is. 23. All right. 23 is Julie Kaler. All right, Julie. You were the last person to place your order too to get this class for free. So congratulations. You weren't the last person to sign up for the class, but you were definitely the last one. You gave me your order like yesterday, I think, or 2 days. I can't remember. It's today, Friday. I think it was Wednesday we chatted. So I predict you'll be in the top 5 soon. Oh, thanks, Gwen. Give me a little time. Well, oh man, I don't know if I could work any harder than I did this last year. Without sacrificing more sleep or time with my family. So I every year when I end the year, I say to myself, now you don't need to do exactly what you did last year. You can do a little less. You can do one less class, or you could do, maybe don't do this, or maybe don't do that. And it's like, it never ends up being that way. But I just enjoy it so much, you guys. I think you can tell I enjoy this. I enjoy sharing. I enjoy creating. I enjoy the organization. I love the planning. I just love it all. So it makes it easy. And it never feels like work when you love something so much. And so that's why I think it I was up at 2:00 writing a tutorial for this class. So I just looked at the clock. I know we're right at 4:00. I'm supposed to be somewhere right now at 4, but I am running a half hour to 40 minutes late already. I knew that going into today. So I know that I'm not going to look at my computer when I end with this live, you guys. I'm actually going to try to be respectful to my friend and not be too late. So I know that I'm not going to proofread, or I'm not going to get Karen's proofread tutorial back. And if I'm on my computer later tonight, it'll be one of the first things I do is to get out the fun folds and then get out this class. So you guys have the tutorials, and then following that will be Let's Just Stamp. So you guys will be live Monday at 1:00 Central. We're going to do Let's Just Stamp featuring the Rustic Crate. I do have some card kits left for that as well. I will share with you really quick what the cards look like in case you were thinking about getting this class. I don't have many left. So just so you know, if you're like, oh man, I want to get these, they're really cool. Because if you don't have the stamp set, the layouts are awesome, that you could add whatever focal images you want to the middle of these, and they would still turn out great. So this is Rustic Crate, you guys, at 1:00. Again, I have the tutorial written. I will get it out, and then I'm excited to say that I'll be back on track with getting tutorials out like at least a couple days in advance. And then next Thursday is our monthly class, and I'll be working on writing that tutorial, you guys, on Monday. So so hopefully that will be out then to you guys by sometime Monday is my hope.
We got team meeting, you guys, on Sunday. Team swap party on Sunday. World Card Making Day with the Wounded Warrior Project Benefit, the card project benefit tomorrow. You guys, if you missed watching the raffle prize reveal, like, make sure you go back. It was about a 25-minute video or 20-minute video. Anybody who wants to get raffle basket or get in on the raffle baskets and support the cause, your donation to the raffle gets you tickets and you put them in for the baskets, and that is straight donation to the Wounded Warrior Project to help our veterans. Anybody who got cards, they're going to be mailing out here in the next week. If you're part of the retro swap, they'll all be in one package together. We're kitting up Merry, Bold, and Bright on Tuesday. I think we're also kitting up ink, paper, scissors on Tuesday, and maybe Rose's class on Tuesday. I just thought about that right now. I got to get the die cutting done for that. But the goal is to, yes, it is an aggressive goal again, to kit up all those 3 classes on Tuesday. And so then the plan is to mail out on Wednesday everything. So that's probably what'll happen if you're part of the retro swap or the Wounded Warrior card benefit. All like the shipping day is probably going to be Wednesday. Wednesday, though, we have class at 10 with Share, Create, Inspire. We're going to be doing Dion's tiered pinwheel card. And then I've got in-person class Wednesday at 1 and Wednesday at 6, and then shipping in the middle of all of that. So, and I said to you guys that I was going to be happy when I made it through Sunday. I should actually have said I'll be happy when I make it through Wednesday. So it's all good though, you guys. I love it. So don't feel sorry for me. I'm not trying to say that to get pity, because I love absolutely everything. I know I need to get a little sleep and then I'll be even better. So, all right, you guys had a good class with me. I'm so happy to hear that. Again, if you saw cards, these kits, if you're interested in getting these kits, don't hesitate to reach out. I have a piece of something stuck to the right side of my neck. Oh, it's my tag. Oh, it's the tag from my jacket, you guys. And I think it actually rips right off. So I should have taken that off. But thank you for telling me that, Dawn. If it was there the whole time, it was just my tag. And it was, they make these tags super long. So crazy. So it was just like the sizing and the how to wash it and that kind of stuff. So, and I could feel it there. I could feel it and I heard it scratching, but I'm like, I'll leave it be. I thought you were going to tell me I have something between my teeth. And so I was going to look and see if I had some. That happened one time, and Stacy Burns, she called me and she's like, you got something between your teeth. You might want to get it out. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I took care of that right away. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to end it with that. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you guys. If I think of it at some point tomorrow, I might go live for World Card Making Day, but don't hold me to it. I might just be excited just to sit and relax and stamp with people and not go live because sometimes that's always fun too. So, all right. I'm going to count to 10 just in case it ends early, but lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. I said that, and lots I love you long time to everybody too. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,